One of the charts in your book that I was really intrigued by is you had the top 5 largest companies in the world, or maybe it was the U.S. in 1917 and 1967, and then in 2017. And the largest in 1917 were like U.S. Steel and Standard Oil and Bethlehem Steel. 67 it was like IBM, Kodak, GM, and then in 2017, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook. And you categorized them where you said, 1917 they were companies that extracted value like natural resources. In 1967 they were companies that made stuff fast and cheap. But this was the point that got me, that all the companies in that 2017 list, let's just call it modern day, were what you call learn faster companies.
Yeah.
Tell me about learn faster. They're clearly winning right now. So what does it mean to learn faster as a company?
Right. So the chart you just mentioned that I also use in a lot of my talks was the point I wanted to make was, we look at the shift from 1967 to 2017 and go, oh, okay, the 1967 was product companies or consumer companies or, scalable efficiency kind of companies, as John Hagel says. To 2017, well, those are all digital companies, and everybody gets focused on the tool, missing the entire point. Is I think those companies are simply learning companies, and data is just an input for learning. Digital is just an easier way to capture and socialize learning. So if you think about Amazon, and we're all using Amazon right now, Amazon wants to sell you that product, not because of the product, but because they can learn something from you buying that product, using that product. There's an Alexa around here somewhere listening to you with that product. They get that every product is just a Trojan horse for learning more about the consumer. And, Shoshana Lowenson wrote about that in Surveillance Capital. I won't get into her book, but that's how we have to think about organizations. We tend to focus on the tools as opposed to the learning that can come out of it. So organizations that are doing really well are saying, okay, what did we learn from that and what's next, as opposed to how many more of those can we produce and sell. That's the wrong. See, we've got to lift our gaze a little higher up on the horizon line.